Join me as I take on the challenge of completely trusting someone for a whole week and see how it lifts my spirits. Trusting in a higher power can be a game changer for everyone. It's the key to unlocking true transformation and upliftment in our lives. When we put our faith in something greater than ourselves, we open up to a world of possibilities and unlimited potential. I recall a time when I was consumed by doubt and despair. I had just lost my job, my relationship was on the rocks, and I struggled to make ends meet. I felt stuck in a never-ending cycle of negativity and didn't know how to break free. I would cry myself to sleep every night, wondering why God had abandoned me. It felt as though I was all alone, and no one understood my pain. Each day was a struggle. I woke up with anxiety, wondering how I was going to pay my bills or put food on the table. I felt like drowning in a sea of uncertainty, not knowing how to keep my head above water. I would try to pray, but the words felt hollow. I didn't feel like God was listening or that He cared. I was so caught up in my problems that I forgot to look around me. I overlooked the beauty in the world, the people who cared about me, and the opportunities right before me. I felt trapped in my bubble of despair and didn't know how to break free. Then something inside me shifted. I realized I had a choice. I could continue to wallow in my misery or take a leap of faith. I could trust that God had a plan for me, even when I couldn't see it. I could trust that He was working everything out for my good, even when everything was falling apart. The journey of seeking trust and faith wasn't easy. It took a lot of work, effort, and surrender. I had to relinquish my need for control and my desire to understand everything. I had to trust that God knew what He was doing, even when I didn't. I started small. I dedicated a few minutes each day to praying, meditation, and focusing on my breathing. I began to reread my Bible for wisdom and guidance. I talked to friends for community and support. Slowly but surely, I began to feel a shift. A sense of peace, calm, and trust started to emerge. The pivotal moment for me came when I fully surrendered. I remember it vividly. I was kneeling, crying to God, telling Him I couldn't do it anymore. I expressed my exhaustion from trying to figure everything out and frustration with trying to control everything. I told Him I trusted Him, believed in Him, and knew He had a plan for me. At that moment, something amazing happened. I felt a weight lift off my shoulders and experienced a sense of freedom I had never felt before. I felt like I could breathe again, like I could see clearly for the first time. I was given new eyes that could appreciate the beauty and wonder of the world around me. From that day forward, my spirit was lifted. I began to see the world in a new light, filled with opportunities, possibilities, and beauty. I felt alive again. The key lesson I learned on this journey is the importance of trust. Trusting in a higher power isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. We open ourselves to transformation, upliftment, and true freedom when we trust. So, I want to leave you with a challenge today. I encourage you to take a leap of faith. Trust in a higher power. He has a plan for you, even when you can't see it. Surrender your need for control and trust that everything will work for your good. If you've been inspired by this message, I invite you to share your experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear about the times you've trusted in a higher power and how it has lifted your spirit. If you're new here, consider subscribing to my channel for more inspiration and motivation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the following video.